What's up, CEOs? Looks like I'm live. I forgot to announce this event because of the conference this week, but today we're doing reasons why cars don't sell. So hopefully you get the notification to join me. But if you're watching this right now, then type replay in the comments so I can get an idea of like what time you're watching. So let me introduce myself. I'm Shamel, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School because I really started it for me in the sense that I just remember being so frustrated, not knowing what I didn't know. And I wish there was like some place where I could get the real information, and not just the information like, you know, this is what you can do to make a quick buck, but the information to truly build my business and to make it grow and to make it better. And so that's why I had the idea of the Auto Dealer Business School, because I was like, I'm not the only one. I'm sure there are other reform side hustlers, right, who are trying to move from hustling to, you know, being a business owner. And so that's why I'm here. I'm here to give you what I've learned. Okay, so everything that I give you is what I've learned. So either it helps you or it doesn't. It does not do me any, good for you to be like, that wasn't helpful. Okay, so tell me why not, like tell me what you want to learn about. Okay. So good morning, Kelvin. Good morning, Carla. What's up? Okay. So I just wanted to, put that out there because I'm doing this for the people who are like me, the ones who have been trying to figure it out for some years, like really trying to like plant their flag in something great, really trying to build up a business and, not knowing how to move past it just being like work, or it being unorganized, or it being, not a business. Okay. All right. Good morning, Byron. So this week, before I get into reasons why cars don't sell, this week is the NADA conference, the National Auto Dealer Association conference, and your girl is a speaker. And I am so thrilled. I am so honored. My session is on people strategy, which is basically your team. Okay, so when I was talking about moving past hustling, I'm gonna start talking more about building up your team and how to build a team, because I know having people on your payroll can be scary, especially in the beginning. So I'm definitely gonna start rolling out some information on how you can do that and do that with less risk. Okay. Good morning, Dre. All right. So you can join. I'm saying all this to say the NADA conference so far has been lit. Like, I have enjoyed every session that I've attended. I've been getting LinkedIn messages from people who say they really enjoyed my session. I'm going to attend some other sessions today. I recommend you register, because there are, this is my first time attending the NADA conference also. Okay. So I do want to say that. And I'm attending as a speaker, and I'm noticing all of the workshops that they have, and they have some good stuff. Like yesterday, I attended a workshop on approving more of your subprime borrowers. Okay. So like getting your approval rating up and also getting those fees down for you as dealers. So I'm just giving you this because I was like, okay, taking notes. Like, I'm definitely going to level up after this conference. I'm telling you because I want you to level up as well. So you can still register for the conference. And since it's virtual, then all the sessions are available now. Okay. So definitely get in on it, because they got some good stuff to share with you. Okay, I got it, Dre. What's up, Christian? Oh, thanks, Jorge. I really appreciate you congratulating me on the conference. I'm really like blown away by how this has all come together. And I'm doing this for not only myself, because these are some of my goals, my personal goals. Like, I want it to be a bigger presence in the auto industry. but I'm also doing this for you because the more I learn, the more I pass on to you, the better the programs at the Auto Dealer Business School get, etc. Okay, so what's up, Steven? So I'm just telling you all that because, like, if in your heart you're like, I don't like how my business is going right now, I need to change it, and then you're here watching this video, I'm hoping to give you some ideas on how you can change your business to be a better business, to be a more profitable business, to be an easier business to run. Okay. So with that being said, reasons why cars don't sell. Okay. So I want to first just talk about people not having any money, right? Because we're in a pandemic and, you know, people are waiting on whatever they're waiting on to drop, right? And so that definitely does affect sales, is when the economy is uncertain. Unless you have cash cars, like, people will hustle to get that money for those cash cars, okay? So then, you know, aside from people not having money, I guess that's reason one. Is reason two, I would have to say, the wrong car, okay? And again, I'm sharing all this from my own experience. All right. So I used to stress about, like, why is this car not selling? Like, what's going on? You know, I need this car to sell because I need the money, right? I need this money so I can do this and do that, right? So the second reason why a car might not sell, in my opinion, is the wrong kind of car. Okay. What's up, Car Bazaar? For example, what I mean by the wrong kind of car. You know, two-door cars take longer to sell than four-door cars, okay? So that's kind of an example of, like, well, you know, it's the wrong kind of car. Okay, Kelvin, you plan on starting with cash? Yes. The other way I describe the wrong kind of car is a manual transmission versus an automatic transmission. Okay, so I drive a stick. Like, I know how to drive a stick. I don't currently drive a stick, but I know how to drive a stick. There are certain cars I prefer in a manual transmission, but most people don't. Most people where I am don't deal with sticks. You know, I learned how to drive in Boston because of where I went to school, and most of the cars up there were manual transmissions, and so I'm very comfortable with that. So I would buy a lot and then realize that that's not, you know, that's not hitting it here. Okay, so that's another example of the wrong car that might be taking a little longer to sell. So do you guys have any questions on the wrong car taking a little longer to sell? The third reason why I believe that cars don't sell, from my own experience, okay, is confidence. Confidence in the kind of car you're buying, okay? Confidence in your pricing, confidence in your sales process, confidence in your compliance, okay? So let me talk a little bit more about each one of those. All right. Jorge says, don't always go for the cheap deal. Buy what sells in your area. Yes, Jorge. That is a lesson I learned the hard way. Okay. The cheap cars are no good. Like, the cheapest deal will possibly take longer for me to sell. Steven, what are good cash cars that can sell easier? You know, I get this question a lot, and to be honest, I say two things. One, look around in your area. What are people driving, right? Are they driving more four-wheel drive pickup trucks or SUVs, okay? Or are they driving more cars, more Subarus, more, you know, Altimas, more Malibus? Like, look around in your area and see what people are driving, number one, to find out what's a good cash car that will sell easier, okay? Because if it's around where you are, then, and you see a lot of them, then that's what the people around you want to buy, okay? That's number one. And then the number two answer is similar to, I mean, it's just like, any cash car really, as long as it follows a certain formula. 4 doors is easier to buy. Okay, 6-cylinder is easier to sell, right? 4 doors is easier to sell. 6-cylinder is easier to sell, right? Because 8 people are like, the gas though. And then a 4, they're like, no power though, if they know anything about cars, right? So just think about like, what kind of car would have the most possible people interested in it, right? You want people who have kids who want to buy this car, as well as people who might be in college. What kind of car is that? That would be my advice for what are good cash cars that sell easier. Does that help you, Stephen? You say Hondas and Toyotas are pretty popular here. Yes. So outside of Hondas and Toyotas, what can you get? Hondas and Toyotas are popular everywhere. Okay. But sometimes it's a fight to the death at the auction to get those, right? So what other kind of cars are popular, or what other kind of cars are close to Hondas and Toyotas, give that same kind of surety that your buyer is looking for? See, Dre buys a lot of Chevy. Yes, I love me a Chevy. Okay, a Chevy ain't never hurt nobody. They are some good cars. I will buy Chevys all day long. Okay, and sell Chevys all day long. Okay, so, and then probably Dre, that's what people buy where you are, right? Okay, so let me go back to reasons why cars don't sell. I was talking about confidence, all right? Confidence in, first, what kind of car you are buying. So you have to have confidence in your buying process so that you feel like you made a good decision in even picking this car to be the one to sell, okay? Just my own opinion from my own experience. When I did not have a buying process, I didn't have any confidence in what I just felt like, okay, I'm just out here just buying whatever just to make a buck. That's kind of how it felt. Even though I was in the business and that's what you do, but I wanted to have more confidence in that I knew what I was picking. I knew what I was doing. So I'm like, to have confidence, I need to have a process. I need to have some parameters for what I buy and what I don't buy. Okay. So definitely get a process. Someone fighting over a Chevy at the auction. Really? I mean, probably. Dre, probably. Yeah. Cause we have some inventory challenges right now. So probably. So yes, you have to have confidence in your buying process. Then you have to have confidence in your reconditioning process, in my opinion. Like, and I do want to say, I want to stick on the reconditioning a little longer. Because initially when I thought about doing this video, I was going to say this, and I want to make sure I say that I know there are people who are like, yeah, don't recondition and don't do nothing. And, that's fine if that's their way of doing business. But what I found for me is it made me feel like I didn't put any professionalism in my product. Like I wasn't doing my part of being the service provider, right? Let me say this in a way. I'm trying to say this in a way. It's like, I didn't put my energy into it. Like, I didn't put my stank on it. Like, I didn't put anything into it to get anything out of it. You know what I mean? It was just like, in my opinion, that has the energy of a flip, not a sale. Where I am, and in a sale, my goal is not only to sell this car, but to have referrals and repeat customers, right? So that's number one that I thought about, the reconditioning process. The other thing that I wanted to mention about the reconditioning process is this. The reconditioning process can drastically increase your profit from this car. Okay. So you're like, okay, so say for instance, you buy a car and you're like, okay, decision is don't do nothing to it or fix these things. It's going to be so much easier for you to sell that car if you go ahead and fix those things. Now, of course, you need to protect yourself in your buying process so you know exactly what those things are. But for me, I was more confident in fighting for my price, and pricing it, because it's like I have done, like, this car is easier to sell because it is now easier to own. Okay. So I hope I'm making a sense there. You guys getting what I'm putting down on the reconditioning part? So it's up to you totally. You can buy and just sell just like they are, but for me, that left me with smaller profits and with a bad feeling. It just felt like a flip. It didn't feel like building a business. It didn't feel like I was creating, a community. I was creating a legacy, which is what I am here to do. All right. Jorge says, I had a good experience with vehicles that are 10 years old or newer. My opinion, any make or model, always feel good about your purchase. Yes, Jorge. Thank you for saying that, because that's definitely the point that I'm trying to make. Feel good about your purchase. Feel good about the car you're selling. And if reconditioning it makes you feel good about it, makes you feel better about it, that energy is going to help it to sell faster and probably sell for more money. Okay. So I mentioned also confidence. So I mentioned confidence in your buying process, confidence in reconditioning, confidence in pricing. Okay. So you need to feel confident in how much you're pricing it. Most of the people I talk to, most of the people I work with price their cars too low. And that is evident of not being confident in your pricing. And then the thought is, well, if it's the cheapest one out there, definitely is going to sell and it's going to sell fastest. No, that is not how buyers work. Right? That is not how it works. Okay. So you definitely have to feel confident in your pricing. And then I said, okay, buying process, reconditioning, pricing. And what was the other one that you have to feel? Oh, your sales process. Yes. You have to feel confident in your sales process. So that is, and I'm just talking from experience, because I used to do this. Like, I list a car and then I'd be like wishing, hoping, praying for somebody to call and say, yeah, let me, buy the car. But then as soon as I got the call, all of a sudden it was like, okay, like, cause now we got to go through a test drive. We got to go through negotiations. I'm already not feeling very confident about this car I picked. I'm already not feeling very confident about my process. Like, and then they're going to want to negotiate. And since I'm not feeling confident, I feel like I'm going to lose. And it was like all this anxiety, right? So I was like, okay, I need to fix that. And I need to be confident in my sales process. Okay, so I'm saying all this to say that your uncertainty about your business can be actually preventing more sales, can be blocking your customers from reaching you faster, can be blocking your cars from selling faster. Okay, so definitely get confident in your process. All right, so on these videos, I offer this information, free of charge, because I feel like if I had known just this, I would have pointed in the right direction. I'd have been pointed in the right direction. But I am also offering different programs of things that I'm putting together that are resources. And so right now, what I'm talking about here relates to what I have put into Part-Time Dealer. It's the whole process, the whole, like, being confident in buying, being confident in reconditioning, being confident in the, what else to say? The pricing, and then being confident in the sales process. Okay. So it is a mini version of Auto Dealer Basics, which Auto Dealer Basics is you setting up your business. You are in business, but Part-Time Dealer is a mini version of that, because I recognize that there are people who are like, let me just fix the sales part. If I can fix the sales part and make more money, then I can breathe and then I can move to the next step. So if you're interested in Part-Time Dealer, send me an email. I think I will put my email in the description. I may also put a link there, but I don't necessarily I have kind of like a small information page, but definitely send me an email if you want more information, and I'll send you a video on like what the program is and what you can expect. Okay, so that is what I'm offering. That's like, I want to say probably 10 hours worth of education to help you to feel more confident in that process, because confidence sells more cars for sure. All right. Jorge says, if you feel great about the car, let the car speak for itself. That's more power to you. Yes, I am not a hard salesperson, never have been. I never believed in the pressure sale. I'm like, if this is the car for you, you are going to feel it. Like, and I don't want to stand in your way. I want to make sure I've done my part. I want to make sure I picked the car. I'm confident in picking the car. I want to make sure, I'm confident in my process, in my professionalism, so that you can find your perfect car, because it'll speak for itself. Steven says, is there some kind of cheat sheet available for buying cars at auctions like Manheim? I don't know if there's any kind of cheat sheet available for buying cars at auctions like Manheim. My first thought is, do I already have a cheat sheet? I think in the Lessons in Part-Time Dealer, it's definitely like I talk also about buying cars at the auction, okay? Because you need to know about the auction. I call it like the auction navigator. And it's different from just knowing how to buy and sell. Like, there are a lot of other things that go on at the auction that you need to know how to navigate, like arbitration and, different payment issues, etc. So I talk about that in Part-Time Dealer. I don't have like a succinct cheat sheet, like a checklist or anything like that. Oh, I guess I do in Part-Time Dealer. It's like, like your process for buying. So yeah, I do. I have like a resource there if that's something you're interested in. And what else was I saying? Hopefully that's helpful. Use the Manheim app as well. Okay, you can use the Manheim app for MMR. Thanks, Dre. Okay, so what else was I saying? I was saying, yes. So I have learned a couple of things, and I'm here to share them with you. This I can share freely. Things that take longer, then definitely I offer as a program. But I also want to say that I make sure that the programs are helpful. I follow up with all my members of the Auto Dealer Business School, because this is something new, which is learning how to give people information, learning how to put it in a way that is helpful and helps them to learn. So this is definitely something new. So I'm always working with you to make sure that you got what you expected to get. And if not, then, let's see what we can do about it. Okay, because I do want this to be great. I do think Auto Dealer Business School is going to grow. I'm ready to grow it, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I had what was necessary. I had what was needed. I had what you needed, or I have what you need, right? And it's in a way that is helpful. All right. So hopefully this answers your questions. Hopefully this was a good session. Hopefully I helped you to understand reasons why cars don't sell, so that if you're stuck with some cars and you're like, oh, these cars are not selling, what is going on? Then you can look at this video and be like, okay, let me go through this and wrap this up so that I can sell these cars, okay? As always, I wish you all the success in the world, okay? I understand how it is to do something out of your comfort zone that is scary and that changes and has challenges. And I want to be here for you, and I wish you all success. And I'm always praying for your success, because we always need somebody praying for us, right? So I am that person doing that for you. Jorge, your wisdom is an eye-opener for us. Thank you. Very powerful. Oh, great. Thanks, Jorge, for sharing. I appreciate it. So yes, if this was helpful, please tell me, because I do have some people who are like, that wasn't helpful. And I'm like, what is the purpose of saying that? Like, just say, okay, you know what? I wish I would have heard this, right? Or just say, yeah, it was helpful if it was helpful. Okay, thanks, Dre. Great stuff. All right, so I am off to my sessions today for the NADA conference, and I am like giddy. I do wish it was in person. It's virtual. I do wish it was in person because it was supposed to be in New Orleans, and that was going to be so lit, but that's okay. It's still really great. Virtually next year, it will be in Las Vegas. So if you do not make the virtual one this time, then definitely plan to be in Las Vegas with me next year, because this is definitely going to be something I make sure I keep doing because it has been some great information for me. Okay. So thanks, Stephen. I will have fun. You guys be blessed. Definitely put in the comments anything you need to know. Let me know. I'll put in the description some more information about Part-Time Dealer. You can email me. I'll also put that there. And I wish you the best and have a great day. Bye.